this run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Jackson on 1st down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Again, Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Here's 3rd and goal now from the 9. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. This from 25 yards out. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and sending them back on the side.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
But Justin Herbert looking comfortable here in season number 2. He looked comfortable in season number 1 for that matter. But what's the game plan for defending and trying to limit him?
Oh, you've asked a really difficult question there because you're right. Year 1, he looked like a 5-7-year veteran, and he's only going to continue to get better. But with a guy who throws such a pretty ball and has such a great arm, throwing the long ball has got to be a blast for him. He wants to push the ball downfield. Doesn't mean he can't make all the other throws. He's going to take those away first and make him beat me by being accurate and dinking and dunking all the way downfield.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They snap it to Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Herbert back to the air. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
And a big part of Justin Herbert's success as a rookie was having a guy like Keenan Allen to throw to. Allen's averaged over 100 catches a year the last 4 years. No matter who's throwing it, they can count on him.
Herbert off of play action. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to, and if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Now it's Herbert. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Asante Samuel. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
On second down, Eckler. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
The average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
On fourth down, Herbert. And Allen's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. 2nd and 15. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Flushed out right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Jackson. He's going to take another shot here. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. On first down, Justin Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final shot before the break for Herbert. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Taylor now from the end zone. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. You know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Forced out to his left. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw here, Herbert. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And Mike Williams was a 1,000-yard receiver in 2019 and had to battle through some bumps and bruises in 2020. He's known for his big plays downfield, but he also can make the dependable catch as well.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Odafe Oweh. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Out of the gun, Herbert. Finding room inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Austin Eckler got hurt last year, missed 6 games, but still finished with 54 catches, the 5th most by a running back in the NFL. But remember this, 2019, 92 catches. This guy's a definite threat out of the backfield.
He finds his target, Allen. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Ravens force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Here's a diving catch right side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Being chased out left. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. On 3rd down, Jackson. A diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. John Ross, his first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taylor now from the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there. Quick
lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Throwing, Herbert. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Herbert going to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. This ain't no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Dancing to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone to the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it. Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he gets it back near midfield, but the dream ends there. He doesn't take it all the way back for 2. And the extra point attempt snuffed down. I remember when they changed the rule
and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now, much more of a field goal attempt? And the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
and get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
Buying time to his left. To Guyton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've certainly had trouble blocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Herbert. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They go play action with Jackson. Steps away. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
To throw again is Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
And it's caught. He's He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. So now a big play coming up as the Chargers are going to go for two. One last throw here for Herbert. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Baltimore, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.